What if I told you that an ordinary-looking coin, a coin that thousands of people ignored for decades, could suddenly become one of the most talked-about treasures among collectors around the world? Stop whatever you're doing right now because today's video is absolutely unbelievable. Some of these coins have survived for decades, hidden inside old boxes, forgotten drawers, dusty collections, and family heirlooms. Most people pass them every day without realizing they could be holding an extraordinary piece of history. And today, we're revealing one of the most fascinating coins that has shocked collectors and created massive excitement in the rare coin community. But here's the crazy part. This isn't just about old money. This is about hidden history, mysterious minting details, collector demand, and one coin that continues to attract attention from serious collectors worldwide. You must watch this video until the end because every detail matters. One tiny feature could completely change how you look at your own collection forever. If you're a true coin lover, welcome back to American Coin Secrets, the channel that brings fresh, rare coin discoveries every single day. Hit the like button, subscribe right now, and let's begin today's incredible treasure hunt. Because coin number 1 is something that many people never expected to see on this list. And trust me, the story behind it is far more surprising than you can imagine. First up, India for rupees reeded edge 1992, fine condition. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves, because our first coin today is the mysterious and fascinating 1992 India 5 rupees reeded edge coin. At first glance, many people would simply call it an ordinary coin. But experienced collectors know something entirely different. This coin carries a unique story that has transformed it into a highly discussed piece among international collectors. When you hold this coin in your hand, you're not simply holding money. You're holding a remarkable piece of history that represents an important era in India's economic development during the early 1990s. The year 1992 was a period of major transformation. Countries around the world were modernizing their currencies, economies were changing rapidly, and minting techniques were evolving. During this period, India introduced several important coin designs that today attract significant attention from collectors. One of those fascinating pieces was this 5 rupees coin with its distinctive reeded edge. Now here's where things become interesting. Most people focus only on the front and back design. Collectors, however, pay very close attention to the edge. Why? Because sometimes the smallest detail becomes the biggest reason why a coin becomes collectible. The reeded edge instantly separates this piece from ordinary circulation coins in the minds of many collectors. This special characteristic gives the coin an entirely different personality. And when collectors begin searching for examples preserved in fine condition, demand can increase dramatically. But don't rush, because the story becomes even more exciting. The composition and design of this coin reflect an era of modernization. The craftsmanship displays precision and balance that collectors admire. Every detail tells a story. Every line represents a piece of history. Every surface has witnessed the passage of time over more than 3 decades. Imagine how many hands this coin may have passed through. Imagine the stories it could tell if it could speak. Perhaps it sat inside a merchant's cash register. Perhaps it traveled across cities. Perhaps it remained forgotten inside a family collection for years. And today, that same coin has become a conversation piece among enthusiasts. Now let's talk about rarity. Many old coins survive, but not all survive in collectible condition. Condition is one of the biggest factors that attracts serious attention. A coin preserved in fine condition stands out because it retains important details that collectors appreciate. When people discover a clean and well-preserved example, excitement can build quickly. This is exactly why many collectors constantly search for older pieces before they disappear into permanent collections. As years pass, available examples may become harder to locate. This naturally increases interest within collecting communities. Now here's something many beginners never understand. Patience is one of the most powerful tools a collector can have. Some people immediately spend or ignore old coins. Experienced collectors take time to examine every detail carefully. That simple habit can make a tremendous difference. Always check the date. Always check the edge. Always inspect the condition. And always store rare pieces safely. Because preservation matters. Keep your coins away from moisture. Avoid harsh cleaning methods. Never polish old coins aggressively. Original surfaces are extremely important to collectors. Proper storage can help maintain long-term collectible appeal. Now comes the moment many viewers have been waiting for. The market value you provided for this coin is approximately $35,000 for a fine condition example. Remember, actual market prices vary significantly depending on authenticity, condition, certification, and real collector demand. But this number alone explains why this coin generates tremendous excitement among enthusiasts. And this is exactly why you should never ignore old coins. Sometimes history hides in plain sight. Sometimes treasures remain undiscovered for years. And sometimes an ordinary-looking coin becomes one of the most fascinating pieces inside a collection. Collectors around the world continue watching pieces like this because interest in historical coins remains strong. The world of coin collecting never sleeps. Every day, new discoveries are made. Every day, hidden treasures appear. And every day, collectors continue their search for extraordinary pieces. Could this coin become even more desirable in the future? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. Its story continues to capture attention. And that's what makes collecting so exciting. This is why we love rare coins. This is why we search for hidden treasures. And this is why American Coin Secrets brings you fresh updates every single day. Stay tuned because coin number 2 and coin number 3 are even more surprising. And trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. Next up, India of Rupees Reeded Edge with a Groove 2000 fine condition. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves once again because coin number 2 takes today's treasure hunt to an entirely different level. At first glance, many people would never imagine that this fascinating piece could become one of the most talked about coins among passionate collectors. But that's exactly why you must never judge a coin too quickly. Today's second treasure is the incredible India 5 Rupees Reeded Edge with a Groove from the year 2000. And trust me, this coin has a story that makes collectors stop and examine every tiny detail with extreme attention. The year 2000 was a special period around the world. A brand new millennium had just begun. Countries were entering a new era of technology, modernization, and global change. Everything was evolving. And right in the middle of this historic period, this remarkable coin entered circulation. When collectors see the year 2000, excitement immediately begins to build because millennium-era coins often carry extra historical significance. Now let's talk about the feature that separates this coin from many ordinary pieces. The reeded edge with a groove. To an average person, this may sound like a tiny detail. But in the world of rare coins, tiny details can create enormous excitement. Collectors are trained to observe every line, every edge, every pattern, and every design element. Sometimes, a single feature transforms an ordinary coin into a highly discussed collectible. And that's exactly what makes this coin fascinating. Imagine holding this coin in your hand. It may appear simple. It may appear ordinary, but hidden inside that small metal piece is a story that spans decades. This coin represents a transition into a brand new century. It represents history. It represents craftsmanship. And it represents an era that millions of people experienced around the world. Every collector loves pieces that connect history with uniqueness. And this coin certainly does that. Now let's talk about its background. During this period, minting technology was becoming more refined. Coin production demanded accuracy and consistency. Design elements were carefully created to ensure durability and long-term circulation. The edge itself was not simply an afterthought. It became one of the defining characteristics that collectors now pay close attention to. And here's something interesting. Many people spend years handling coins without ever checking their edges. That is one of the biggest mistakes beginners make. Professional collectors always inspect every single side, the front, the back, and especially the edge, because hidden clues often live where nobody thinks to look. Now let's discuss why collector demand can become so exciting. Collectors are always searching for pieces that have a combination of age, history, uniqueness, neatness, and preservation. This coin checks multiple boxes. The millennium year instantly catches attention. The reeded edge with groove creates curiosity, and examples preserved in fine condition become especially desirable. Condition is everything. A coin that survives decades while retaining strong details becomes far more appealing to enthusiasts. Many coins from circulation become damaged. Many are scratched. Many lose their important characteristics. But finding a properly preserved example can be an exciting discovery. This is exactly why experienced collectors never ignore older coins. Every year that passes adds another layer of history. And history is something collectors deeply appreciate. Now imagine discovering this coin hidden inside an old collection. Perhaps it sat untouched for years. Perhaps someone forgot about it completely. Perhaps it traveled across cities and countries before finding its way into a collector's hands. That mystery is one of the reasons coin collecting remains one of the most exciting hobbies in the world. Every coin has a journey. Every coin has a story. Every coin carries memories from another time. And that's what transforms metal into history. Now here's an important tip for collectors. Never rush when examining old coins. Take your time. Use proper lighting. Look closely at the date. Inspect the reeded edge. Observe the groove carefully. Store the coin safely inside protective holders. Avoid touching the surfaces unnecessarily. And most importantly, never aggressively clean old coins. Original appearance matters tremendously to collectors. Patience is a collector's greatest advantage. Many treasures are discovered by people who simply pay attention to details that everyone else ignores. Now comes the moment everyone has been waiting for. The market value you provided for this fine condition coin is approximately $30,000. Remember, actual prices can vary significantly depending on authenticity, certification, condition, and real collector demand. But seeing a number like this immediately explains why people become fascinated with coins such as these. This is exactly why collectors around the world continue searching through old collections. Hidden treasures still exist. Forgotten pieces still exist. And amazing discoveries continue to happen every single day. Will this coin remain highly desirable in the future? Only time can answer that question. But one thing is certain. Its unique design, historical period, and collectible appeal continue to attract attention. And that's what makes this hobby so thrilling. Every drawer could hide history. Every box could hide a surprise. Every collection could contain an extraordinary treasure waiting to be rediscovered. This is why we continue searching. This is why we continue learning. And this is why American Coin Secrets brings you fresh discoveries every single day. But don't leave yet, because coin number 3 is still coming. And according to many collectors, the final coin could be the most surprising treasure of today's entire video. Trust me, you will not want to miss it. Next up, India British Quarter, Anna, 1938, fine condition. Ladies and gentlemen, we have finally reached coin number 3. And trust me, this final treasure may be the most historic and fascinating coin in today's entire video. Because this is not simply an old coin. This is a coin that takes us back almost 90 years into history. Today's final treasure is the incredible 1938 British India Quarter Anna. The moment collectors hear the words British India, excitement instantly begins to build. Why? Because these coins represent an entirely different chapter of world history. They were created during a period that shaped generations and became part of an important historical era. When you hold this coin in your hand, you are holding something far bigger than metal. You are holding a surviving witness from another time. Imagine this. The year was 1938. The world was dramatically different. Technology was limited. Transportation looked different. Entire generations lived completely different lives. Yet somehow, this small coin survived all the way to today. That alone makes its story extraordinary. Every scratch, every detail, and every surface carries a memory from the past. And that's exactly why collectors become so passionate about historical coins. This coin is more than currency. It is a time capsule. It is a historical artifact. And it is one of the reasons coin collecting continues to attract people from around the world. Now let's talk about its background. The British India Quarter, Anna, was produced during a period when the Indian subcontinent was under British administration. Coins from this era are especially admired because they represent a unique blend of history, politics, craftsmanship, and cultural significance. Collectors love coins that tell stories. And this coin tells an incredible story. It has survived wars, economic changes, political transitions, and the passing of generations. Very few objects can travel through history in such an amazing way. This is exactly why historical coins hold a special place inside collector communities. Now let's talk about its design. The artistry itself creates excitement. Collectors appreciate the historical symbols, inscriptions, and elegant appearance that distinguish these coins from modern circulation pieces. Everything about it feels different. Everything about it feels historical. Everything about it reminds collectors that they are looking at a true survivor from another era. Now here's where things become even more exciting. Condition matters tremendously. Many coins from the 1930s have suffered decades of wear. Some were damaged. Some disappeared forever. Some became extremely difficult to locate in collectible condition. But a coin preserved in fine condition immediately attracts attention. Collectors appreciate examples that still display important details and historical character. This is why preservation is so important. Every passing year makes older surviving pieces even more fascinating. The older a coin becomes, the more people become curious about its journey. Where did it travel? Who carried it? How many generations touched it? That mystery creates excitement. And excitement drives collector interest. Now here's something every collector should remember. Never underestimate old world coins. Many beginners accidentally overlook them. That is a mistake. Always examine older dates carefully, especially coins from historical periods, because sometimes the most extraordinary discoveries hide inside forgotten collections. Now let's talk about collector demand. Historical coins often attract several different types of collectors. Some love world coins. Some love British India pieces. Some collect historical currencies. And some simply love owning a tangible piece of world history. When multiple groups become interested in the same coin, excitement naturally increases. This is why historical coins remain such a fascinating category. Now let's share some important collector tips. Always handle old coins carefully. Avoid cleaning them. Never use chemicals. Never scrub their surfaces. Store them in protective holders. Keep them away from humidity. And always document where and when you obtained them. Good preservation habits help maintain collectible appeal over time. Now comes the moment many viewers have been waiting for. The market value you provided for this fine condition coin is approximately $53,000. Remember, actual market prices vary depending on authenticity, certification, collector demand, and condition. But this number alone explains why collectors become excited whenever historical pieces like this appear. This is exactly why treasure hunting inside old collections remains so exciting. History still exists. Hidden treasures still exist. Amazing discoveries still happen. And extraordinary stories continue to be uncovered every day. This coin reminds us that collecting is about much more than money. It is about preserving history. It is about protecting stories. And it is about connecting generations together through something small enough to fit inside your hand. That is what makes this hobby so powerful. That is what makes it so exciting. And that is why millions of collectors around the world continue searching for hidden treasures. Powerful video ending. Ladies and gentlemen, today's 3 incredible coins prove one thing. History is still hiding around us. Never ignore old coins. Never throw them away without checking them carefully. You never know when an ordinary-looking coin could turn out to be an extraordinary historical treasure. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to American Coin Secrets, and turn on notifications. Our channel brings fresh, rare coin discoveries and exciting stories every single day. And tell us in the comments, which coin surprised you the most today? Coin number 1, coin number 2, or coin number 3? Stay safe, keep collecting, and remember, your next treasure could already be waiting inside your collection. And trust me, the next video may be even more unbelievable.